fans everywhere. I'm Michael Horn, along with producers JD Jeremy Dayton, CM Corey Marino, and now let's go down to field side, and I think the pregame festivities are going on.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's number 89. Please welcome Fred Dreyer.
Wow.
Fred, quite an intro you had today on Fred Dreyer Day on the show today.
Undoubtedly the best I've ever heard.
That was nice.
I didn't notice. I looked on our calendar here, and this is Fred Dreyer Day. All of our listeners get to listen to Fred today on the show. It's pretty good.
Hey, Mike, where were you when I was in high school? Those entrances would have been nice.
Help you there.
They could listen to this. They could wrap that sound bite into the English class, into a very nice presentation for school.
It must have been. We have a special chair for you, Fred, if you want to. Just you can ease into this thing over here if you want to. Oh, we'll get a new one there from JT, apparently.
That's spring. That's
the
good.
Jackie Slater chair.
That's Jackie.
He popped that one this last week.
Is that why it keeps sinking?
There's a big interest in you, Fred, after this Hollywood show. Not only did you sign a bunch of autographs last weekend, but you and Stephanie Kramer, I guess, were doing a presentation or something. Tell our audience about this.
It wasn't a presentation.
I'm sorry, we're out of time. No, go ahead. Start it. We'll finish
No,
it.
forgive me. I defer to our host.
Thank you for joining us on the Fred Dreyer Show. Fred will be back next week at the
Maybe.
Yeah. Hang on. We'll get the update on the Hollywood show there. That's a good one. And we've got a lot of coaches firing, so many so that there are rumors flying. Maybe our very own Fred Dreyer might be available to take over that job with the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm in charge of number 2 pencils.
That's a good one.
Isn't he going to coach the CRN flag football team?
Yeah,
I could very well do that.
He does that
in my
too.
street clothes. I could do
That's
that.
very good. All right, we're going to take a kind of a quick break here. When we come back, get ready, buckle up, settle in. It's the Fred Dreyer Show, now in progress. Precious metals, gold and silver, are in early-stage bull markets. This, of course, is no surprise to former senior bank executive and #1 best-selling author John Truman Wolfe, who called these moves months ago. And no surprise either to readers of his widely heralded newsletter, strategicfinancialintelligence.com, where subscribers that have followed Wolfe's recommendations have profited handsomely. Wolfe subscribers have also been enlightened with his ongoing crypto recommendations, as well as key equities, which have also soared. Calling the right investments is one skill. Knowing when to take profits and enjoy winnings is another. John Truman Wolfe does both. Take advantage of the summer discount sale, where prices have been reduced from $249 to just $99 per year. StrategicFinancialIntelligence.com. Subscribe today. Don't miss these bull markets. StrategicFinancialIntelligence.com.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 800-785-9618. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-785-9618 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 800-785-9618 right now to schedule your tax-deductible vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-785-9618 now.
What's better than a great conversation? How about a great conversation paired with unforgettable cheese? At Harmony Cheese, we don't just make cheese, we craft moments. Wisconsin-made, rich, creamy, bursting with flavor. Our cheeses turn any gathering into a celebration. Whether it's our fan favorite cheddar or our bold new 6-pepper cheese, every bite is a harmony of taste and tradition. And now, CRN Talk listeners get an exclusive treat, 10% off your first order at harmonycheese.com with the code CRN Talk. That's CRN Talk. Don't wait. Stock your fridge. Impress your friends. Just treat yourself. And with the holidays around the corner, our new gift boxes are the perfect way to say I care without saying a word. Wrapped, ready, and guaranteed to wow. harmonycheese.com. Taste the conversation, share the love. That's harmonycheese.com. Say CRN Talk. Welcome back to the Fred Dreyer Show, the one and only show. I'm Michael Horn along with JD, Jeremy Dayton, Corey Marino, star of our show, Fred Dreyer, coming to you on CRNTalk.com, radio network across the country, radio stations, Sirius XM channel 217, XM channel 203, Sirius app channel 967. Also on our flagship 790 KABC and the Sports Byline radio network. A lot of people listening to it, and it's quite the thing. Now, Fred, this last weekend,
Yes.
kind of wowed them at the Hollywood show. Apparently, a lot of people talking about this, and you were going to tell us about it because not only were you at a booth signing autographs, you actually did, you and Stephanie Kramer, kind of a question and answer session. Is that
That's
right?
exactly what it was. Yes, very good. We had a nice little format that lasted about 40 minutes, I would say. And we had a nice turnout for autograph seekers and picture takers, and it was a nice Saturday afternoon, actually.
You had I know you had a lot of guest stars on the show. A lot of people you knew that wanted to be on the show with you. You and I weren't friends at that time, but did anybody ask a question about if you knew Mike Horn? Would you have invited him on the show
who's
as
that?
one of the as one of the villains?
I'm sorry, who's that? I'm embarrassed. You caught me short.
Michael Horn. Would you invite me on the show if you had known me at that time?
Oh, that's that Gabby Hayes lookalike guy.
Yeah, the guy with the gun in the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
By the way, thank you to our video producer. We do this show on a YouTube channel as well as a radio show and a podcast. And whoever set it up, everything looks pretty good now. Fred Dreyer is beaming over the rest of us here. I'm stuck up there in the corner. At least we know who the star of the show is, Fred. It's very good. And by the way, also one more thing. There is a strong rumor going around. You may have heard it. And I didn't realize you did so well in residuals from the Hunter show. But
I'm glad you know my business.
well, it's on the newscast that you are interested in buying Greenland.
No, not Greenland. A green Land Rover.
Oh, okay.
Gee whiz.
Greenland might come in handy.
Are you the Mike Horn they've been looking for on the floor over there?
Apparently, I got it confused. So it's a green Land Rover.
That's
okay.
right.
All right, I'm sorry.
It's just simple math questions.
That's pretty good. That's good stuff. That's very nice.
I can get you a copy of the movie Greenland
See, we'll all watch it together.
in your Land
cold
Rover.
weather and everything. So we had a letter here today. We'll start off with a note from one of your people in the fan club there, the great Pamela Johnson, said, "Hi, Mr. Dreyer. Hope you and Miss Kramer enjoyed the Hollywood show as much as your fans did. In case you didn't know, your California fan Jerry Wilcox Chase recorded the wonderful hour-long question and answer discussion of Hunter, and now I guess it's on the YouTube channel. Did you know that?"
Yes, they told us it was going to be. I haven't seen it since then, but I'm looking forward to getting feedback off of that because it was a big turnout.
Yeah, we want everybody to take a look at it, and then you can email Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. Again, Fred Dreyer, Dryer, at crntalk.com.
Try and time it. Excuse me. Try and time it. With our next Wednesday show.
Yeah.
And maybe we can, if there's enough of a build-up there, to announce anything of great importance to our fan base will know it.
Yeah, we put the show together. It's live on Wednesdays, and then stations carry it right on through the weekend. That's why sometimes you wonder why we're talking about football games that have already been played. But it's, you can still see how we think. And they said that this whole the Hollywood show was interesting to see. And she said but a lot of the issues that people saw there have been talked about in interviews and on your terrific CRN radio show. She says it was fun to hear you again. She said, looking forward to hearing your predictions on the rest of the NFL playoffs on the show, and I love the new format. Apparently, people think it's a new format with the guy wearing orange and loves the Broncos, Corey Marino.
Yes, Corey's really pushing it here.
And the guy that has no coach with him at all, he just runs aimlessly now, J.D. Jeremy Dayton, who, of course, is a Ravens fan. And by the way, she also said, you and Mike Horn, she said, and let me repeat this again. Mike Horn is still amazing.
Wait, who said that?
This is the great, very thoughtful and knowledgeable Pamela Johnson.
Oh,
She
I
said,
see. We're still there. All right.
Mike Horn is still amazing.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see
Thank
that
you,
in
everybody.
print.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right, we got a lot of firings in football. Let's get to that because you've played for different coaches over your career with the New York Giants, with the, you had a breath of fresh air a little bit, almost assigned to play. You were sort of in the locker room of the New England Patriots, but then eventually landing, and we're glad you did, with the Los Angeles Rams. But who's the biggest change here now? Is it, you think, Mike Tomlin, do you think, or Harbaugh? JD, what do you think?
Well, they're all high-profile coaches, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
they're all accomplished to a degree, some more than others. But of the 9, I would say 5 of them are probably going to be in hot demand here pretty soon. They're probably, in this industry, like most industry, the truth of the matter is a lot of these agents are working behind the scene to get these guys a place to coach, and it's a real touchy situation. But these guys know it's big fraternity. They know who's who and who isn't who, and I would think that here, before the playoffs are over, that somebody would actually pick a real nice place to land while the playoffs are still going on, which will be for another 3 weeks, I believe.
Because the coaches, they have agents just like the players do. I mean, that's why you're
Sure.
seeing these big contracts, right?
Sure, they have great representation. There's going to be a real interesting scramble for the chairs on the floor, when the whistle stops. And so you've got a real good group of coaches to choose from here, and it's like anything else. You're going to have as I look down here, the Falcons. There's, because of the nature of pro football today, which is a passing defensive enterprise, you have a real nice opportunity for all of these coaches to find a place to land. They all have, I think the big thing used to be you would coach the line of scrimmage first, and then you would get a quarterback. And because you're not asking the quarterback today to do much of anything other than, throw the ball down the field a billion times, they have to realize that the key to this is which one of these coaches can have an offensive coordinator come in and find offensive linemen, tight ends, and the grunt people to come in and have a real good shot at setting up a good offense with a defense. So it's offense, quarterback first, lineman second for pass blocking, and then everything else is kind of a hit and a miss. And it's going to be a real good. It's going to be a real good couple of 3 or 4 weeks here, I think.
I think it's going to be very interesting. And you got to get, not only you get a coach, the coaches got to align themselves with the players and with their own group of coaching, or the other, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, the kicking coach. I mean, you got all these things going. So when we come back, let's go over the list of who's available, see if there's somebody here that jumps out at us for certain jobs here. It's the Fred Dryer Show. Email Fred Dryer at crntalk.com. Fred Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R, at crntalk.com.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-475-7125. 800-475-7125. That's 800-475-7125.
Savor the past and savor the glory days of Las Vegas. Enjoy 70 years of true Las Vegas history as 4 generations of family wait to greet you at the legendary Bootlegger Italian Bistro. Wine, dine, and experience Mama Maria's award-winning original recipes while surrounded by original family photos and celebrity memorabilia. Enjoy piano artistry nightly with music from the Great American Songbook in our main formal dining room. The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard South. In the entertainment capital of the world, the Bootlegger Italian Bistro, open 7 days a week. 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard South, in the entertainment capital of the world. It's Vegas, baby.
To break or not to break your stucco? That is the question that homeowners have to ask themselves. Do they want to do that? I think not. Hi, Aaron here from California Deluxe Windows. In more than 20 years, we learned how to make most beautiful, energy-efficient windows to make your home beautiful, comfortable, and more valuable. We do not break the stucco, and we install our windows so precise that your house can be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
866-988-5100. 866-988-5100. For the best custom windows built right here in Southern California, call Aaron at California Deluxe Windows. Get 20% off your entire project and 1-year interest-free financing in Chatsworth and Santa Clara. 866-988-5100. 866-988-5100. CSLB number 774518. Some restrictions may apply.
Welcome back here to the one and only Fred Dryer Show. I'm Michael Horn, along with our producers Corey Marino and Jeremy Dayton, and the star of our show, Fred Dryer. Another note that came in this week to Fred Dryer at crntalk.com. Bill from Boston writes, I noticed you guys are always at the stadium. What's going on there? And Bill, just so you know, we do this show on Wednesdays, and Fred rents SoFi Stadium, and not a big crowd there. There are a few people that come by to see us.
Artificial snow.
And where we set up here, and Fred does the show here from the press box with the stadium in the background. So thank you for noticing that. I run security. I'm always in the upper corner making sure everybody lays off Fred. So
he has a gun, so you got to pay attention.
Thank you, Fred. I learned that from you on Hunter. Now,
thank you.
Let's go over these coaches that are stepping down. We'll start first. Corey, give us the background here. Mike Tomlin, he was with the Steelers for freaking forever. When did he start? Like 2007, and he decided to step down, right?
Yeah. So after the loss to the Texans in the first round of the wild card round, he stepped down after 19 years. After he was the most tenured coach in all of North American sports at the time.
Yeah.
So, Fred, your thoughts on this guy? He seemed to be a mainstay with Pittsburgh. I mean, he was he in the Super Bowl in his first or second season or something, Corey?
Second.
I think he won, right?
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with Ben Roethlisberger in his second season after he took over for Bill Cowher.
Yeah.
He's got the most wins. He's tied with Chuck Noll. Didn't you play against Chuck Noll, Fred?
Chuck Noll was in the league in '69 and won one game, I believe. And that was the last of the losing that Pittsburgh had.
Yes.
And they won the next 4 Super Bowls out of 5, I think.
Yeah, and Chuck Noll had the most wins in franchise history, and so now Mike Tomlin is tied with him. So they've had a lot of problems there. I think, quarterback and changes throughout the years. I mean, when you had those 4 wins in a row, that was the Terry Bradshaw era, wasn't it, Fred?
Yeah, they beat the Rams in '80, which was the last run of the Steelers until I think Tomlin's teams came in and started a little baby mini streak of winning, and then it all kind of dried up. And in the meantime, a lot of these teams are behind the scenes getting ready for global expansion. That's why you're seeing a lot of what appears to be mediocre, young, unimproved quarterbacks and getting ready to launch. They don't have enough. They don't want to go into the European market with unaccomplished quarterbacks. So that's what is going on behind the scenes. And I made a couple of notes here. Did you want to see?
Well, I got comments on Tomlin and the Steelers, but if you got
yeah. Just give me that.
Well, I was just going to say, it's pretty monumental that John Harbaugh, after 16 years, is gone, and now Tomlin steps down. But Tomlin actually came in, and one of the things I used to love about the Steelers, as much as I hate them, is their loyalty. They stuck with Bill Cowher through heartbreaking loss after heartbreaking loss till he finally broke through and won a Super Bowl with a second-year Ben Roethlisberger, and then he retired. So then Tomlin inherited this Super Bowl winning team with the Super Bowl caliber quarterback and rode the coattails for a while, and he kind of leveled off. So then he won one 2 years later. But it was, to me, that was always more Roethlisberger and that team, that defensive identity they had, and it was always a nice rivalry. But he's a charismatic guy. I'm just happy that the Steelers lost after we missed a field goal, and now we get a full reset in the AFC North.
Well, that's right.
Pretty much.
And what is that? No, that's great. That's good insight. That's an old team. They won it with a group of players that are just, they're the oldest team, I think, in the league.
A lot of rentals.
And so they don't have a clear path to get their new dynasty rolling, and that's going to require a quarterback, and it's going to require offensive linemen. Now, the one thing that they don't have is a quarterback and offensive linemen.
Exactly.
So what is to be made of what's going on in Pittsburgh? Well, nothing much, because front office people have been loyal, and that's their deal. and they're pretty much franchise. If you can imagine this, since 1969, they've had 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Three coaches.
That's amazing.
Three
Coaches,
quarterbacks, and it's been wonderful. We kind of wish them well and what have you, but it doesn't cut it anymore. You know, the whole swing of what's going on in pro football in the National Football League is based on the undercurrent business model of infiltration of the National Football League into global markets, and when people started announcing that we got to find out where all these quarterbacks are hiding, because we got to make sure we demand that they take $30 million on a 5-year package. And for what reason? Well, for the reason of expansion, and they're really hot on this. I made a note here, and it has to do with where was it here? Limited, yeah.
While he finds that, I will say, it's amazing that Art Rooney was going to give Tomlin another year. He was going to have that same grace period that he had for Cowher, despite fan sentiment. Because I've watched fan sentiment in Pittsburgh. They wanted him out just as much as half of Ravens fans wanted Harbaugh out.
Art Rooney doesn't like the word rebuild, and apparently a lot of the words are like, we want to rebuild the team, and Rooney probably looked at the old checkbook and said, well, hold on a second. Maybe we should give this one more and figure out who's going to be quarterback and see if we can turn this around a little bit.
Yeah, and the crazy things about it is it's exactly what Fred was talking about, is quarterbacks do drive the league. And one of the craziest stats about Tomlin is he had 19 non-losing records. He never had a losing record for 19 years. And the only thing that gets you is not a good quarterback in the draft.
Yeah.
Because
we got Lamar with the last pick in the first round, but
that was Lamar was getting looked down.
Tom Brady was 6th round, Brock Purdy. But yeah, I know. There's anomalies.
It's just crazy how they might need to get rid of Tomlin. They haven't been bad in 2 decades. So
well, they're hovering around being bad now.
Exactly. So I think they just want to clean house. They might go try to do a 2-year bad, try and get a quarterback in the next 2 years. And if that doesn't work, then they'll just keep reshuffling old.
Did you find that note, Fred? I might have it over here. It says eggs, butter, bread.
Yeah.
Apparently that's your shopping list. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we got to get some of these players here up to speed as to what is going on with their contracts.
Yeah.
And I've said this when I was in the league in 1969 through 81. All of this stuff was all about we don't want to give anybody anything. That's the owner's protocol. We don't want to give anybody anything. And so suddenly now it's flipped. We want to give you everything.
That's right.
And so why is that? Why are they giving all these guys a load of money? Well, it's because of expansion and the fear that they want to set these guys with 5, 6, 7-year contracts, and it's either going to be that or it's going to be, we'll shut down the American NFL and we'll go across the pond and we'll see what we can do, what kind of business we can do there.
And Fred, everybody wants to make the most money. So
well, yeah, that's look at, once you say we're going to once you say we're going to invade Europe, you're talking about the salary structure as well.
Yeah.
And nobody mentions it. The salary structure is what is driving world sports. It's football, and it's whatchamacallit, the soccer leagues that are you got guys who have part ownership. You've got another business model at play all the time, which was Formula One. People are used to wanting to see great, exciting, multi-rich people running race cars, and they can't do it by playing a guard for the Philadelphia Eagles.
But everybody wants to make the most money in their position. I want to be the highest paid quarterback, the highest paid running back. It's like all that's putting the pressure not just on football, but on baseball teams and all over. Hockey was the last to cave, but it's caving in there. When we come back, we got some more coaching positions open, and we'll come back here on the Fred Dryer Show, talk to Fred, and have JD, Jeremy Dayton, chime in on a guy that I think was coaching the Baltimore Ravens. We'll find out. Stay with us.
This is baseball's Ron Say. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers, but the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you will have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to the short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Get your set of Michelin Defender 2 tires at Hank's Tires, 19951 Ventura Boulevard in Woodland Hills. Call my buddy Steve Goldberg at 818-340-4200. That's 818-340-4200. Hank's Tires is also built to last. Hank opened Hank's Tires in 1953, and we are the oldest tire and auto repair shop in the San Fernando Valley with 100% customer satisfaction. Hank's is AAA approved for all of your auto repair needs. Call Hank's Tires at 818-340-4200 and tell them Ron Say sent you.
Attention, those of you looking to go on a fun vacation and see the world on the cheap. Today, the U.S. dollar is worth even more in other countries, so there's never been a better time to travel outside the USA. The dollar is worth over $1.30 in Canadian dollars, and it's the same for Australia. You can fly there today and have fun and maximize your travel dollar. Your U.S. dollar is worth over $3 in Brazilian reals, and it's worth over $18 in Mexican pesos. Plus, in Argentina, it's worth over $27 in Argentine pesos. Just think of the bargains you'll get. And the way you get the cheapest airfare to any destination is by calling Tickets That Cheap. Save up to 75% on your foreign vacation tickets. Don't wait. Call now. 802-317-1979. 802-317-1979. 802-317-1979. That's 802-317-1979.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
We're back. It's the Fred Dryer Show, everybody. Email Fred Dryer at crntalk.com. Check out our YouTube channel. Let's go to YouTube and search the Fred Dryer Show. Send us an email, though, freddryer at crntalk.com. By the way, one last note on the Steelers. Since Mike Tomlin quit and wasn't fired, the Steelers would have to compensate, I guess, whoever, whatever whoever he would get another player from. Am I right about that, Corey?
Yeah, it'd be like Sean Payton and the Broncos. The team would have to trade for Tomlin to coach for them, and so they'd probably get a first-round pick.
And the Steelers have requested interviews already. Going to the old well with good old Sean there at the Rams. Rams assistant coach Chris Shula, defensive coordinator, and is it Nate Shieldhouse? Is the passing game coordinator? They're going to talk to them. So we'll see what's going on. Now let's get over to the Baltimore Ravens and JD. What's going on there? Here's your buddy John Harbaugh is driving home, and he hears he gets fired gets a phone call. Is it in his car?
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard that, I was like, wow, I can't believe he would do that. But then I thought, but you know what? If he were to call him back into the office, he knows what it's going to be. And Bisciotti, in his press conference yesterday, addressed this. He said, look, when I made this decision, I knew he had left the facility already. I wasn't going to call him and tell him to come back and talk. And he said, just tell me, what's up, Steve? And then he just told him. And so I get it. And he said Harbaugh was nothing but, gracious, and he said that Harbaugh was like, Steve said that he was crying. They were like good friends. So it was no it was nothing evil about it or malicious about it. I think it was just practicality and realizing, look, that the time had come and he was just going to let him know. And then they spoke formally in person a day or two later.
Well, I mean, Harbaugh never had a chance to present a case to say, hey, keep me around here. Here's what I can do, Fred. What do you think?
Yeah.
He had been there 19 years.
Yeah.
That's enough. Out.
Yeah, Steve said he had made up his mind, and so it's like he said he had talked to players. I mean, this athletic report that says there was players that said they wouldn't come back if Harbaugh stayed kind of surprises me, because I've listened to a lot of players express the opposite sentiment, but that just shows you.
Yeah, there were no quotes.
Yeah.
There wasn't any player going on record saying, I don't like the head coach, and if they hadn't have fired him, I'd have left.
Marlon Humphrey, I listened to him last night, and he was talking about how Harbaugh, when he becomes a coach, because he wants to become a coach in the future, he wants to be like Harbaugh, somebody who could sit you down like a man and give you hard truth, but you walk out of there knowing that he still's got your back and he still loves you, and you would feel fired up to do better, not like your coach was against you or attacking you or malicious about it. So
you got to be
that's
careful.
High praise.
There's children out there playing football, very big children.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's true over there. And the owner there, Steve Bisciotti, or Biscotti as I like to call him, wants this deal done by March. And apparently Harbaugh now, everybody's talking about, he's going to go here, he's going to go there. He wants Fred $20 million a year per year, $10 million staff budget, total authority over the roster, and he'd like to select his own general manager. What do you think of that, Fred?
Well, I mean, he's in the driver's seat. If you want a coach who's proven and established, then you can go talk to him about it. But the fact of the matter is they don't have. They have what was it? They
talking about the Ravens or teams seeking a head coach?
Salary cap?
Well, actually, both, actually.
Yeah.
I forgot what.
So they have to go ahead. Anyway, they did preliminary calls, John Harbaugh has had calls with the Browns, Cardinals, Dolphins, Falcons, Giants, Raiders, and Titans. Who do you think is going to land in Baltimore, JD?
Oh, man. I mean, Clint Kubiak is one. We're looking at a Minter from San Diego or from L.A., Anthony Weaver has Ravens ties, but I trust it'll probably be somebody young. It'll probably be somebody unexpected. I'll never forget in 2008 when we hired Harbaugh, our first choice was Jason Garrett, who spurned us and decided to stay in Dallas as a backup or as a
he wanted that. Jim Garrett wanted that.
Yeah, and then we brought in Harbaugh, and everybody was like, "Who is this guy? I can't believe we're hiring a special teams coordinator." So I think Bisciotti, he said he's given it all up to Sashi Cohen and Oz and
who do you think is going to be there?
I don't know. One of those guys maybe I named.
What's your name? Tony, what's his name? Tony Kubek.
Clint Kubiak.
Yankees.
Clint Kubiak. Somebody probably with an offensive mindset.
What was the other guy? Dennis Weaver from
It was
Gunsmoke?
Dennis Weaver, and then it was
Anthony Weaver, yeah.
Kitty.
Anthony Weaver. Okay,
Miss
thank you.
Kitty was. She was.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm honestly more interested in to see where Harbaugh goes, because that'll be a team I'm going to root for, and it'll be very interesting to see who he brings, if he brings in Monken with him. I mean, I heard the Dallas Cowboys are real excited to get Zach Orr as a defensive coordinator, and he was just like widespread panned as a D coordinator in Baltimore. He was just slammed every week, and now they're saying they're excited to get him in Dallas.
Yeah.
To some reports.
That would be their second one, because Eberflus was panned as a like he was just awful, and they're like, you know what, we'll bring him in, and then they fired him, and they're going to bring in another guy.
Who was that? Eberflus or Edelweiss? Edelweiss.
Yeah, they said that it's on Wednesday. They said that the Giants are going to be the first, the one that he's going to be talking to first, and they're not going to let him. They're going to try not.
Your old alma mater, Fred. What do you think? Can anybody help the Giants or the Raiders?
They still have a salary cap that favors them getting what they want, free agents and coaches and so forth and so on. But I'm any of these people here, any of these 9 coaches are good, and some are a little better than others. But I'm certainly interested to see what team picks out the offensive coordinator in the group.
All right.
You know, and it's a real, what is it? The longest tenured NFL coach is Andy Reid. From
2013.
2013. Sean McDermott with the Bills.
And Sean McVay of the Rams, and Kyle Shanahan with the 49ers.
Everybody's looking for, Sean McVay. Everybody wants a guy who.
Well, they're stealing every one of his backup coaches. My gosh.
Yeah. Plus. Yeah, exactly right, and it's going to be a real fun deal here. That's why
He's
I
not
say
making as much, Fred, as other coaches. Why doesn't somebody just offer him a big old plow bag of money, and the next thing you know, Sean McVay would be gone?
Well, it's terms and conditions. Sean McVay's probably got a good contract. We don't know exactly what it is.
Isn't it $37 million or something? I think, Corey, didn't you have it down there somewhere?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. I'll look for it real quick.
Matt LaFleur, by the way, of the Packers, Zach Taylor of the Bengals, 2019 they've been coaching. These are the longest tenured coaches.
Wow.
Dan Campbell of the Lions, Nick Sirianni of the Eagles, 2021, Todd Bowles of the Bucks, Kevin O'Connell of the Vikings, 2022. Fred, let me ask you this: you are owning a team. What would you look for in the hiring process for a head coach? What would be the one thing you'd start to look for?
Well, I mean, there's many things, both personally and structurally. I think you have to really understand that the language of pro football has changed, and it's changing dramatically, given the talented quarterbacks that are coming out of college right now.
Yeah.
And you have to match what you want to do, like. I was just watching the Chargers. Was it the Chargers and
the Patriots?
And the Patriots. They really those teams are set up for the future. They're going to be a real good. They're going to be real good head coaches and offensive line. And they're going to put together a leadership amongst the coaching staff that's going to really be around for a while. They've got look what Andy Reid did. And we'll see what happens.
He's the old sage.
How many years of losing for him before he's on the hot seat?
Yeah, he got fired by every one of these people on this page.
Yeah,
Teams looking for a new coach are the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Giants, the Las Vegas Raiders, Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns, Atlanta Falcons, Arizona Cardinals, Miami Dolphins, as we know it now. So, Fred, out of those teams, what would be you're a coach now. Let's put you in the coaches thing.
Yeah.
What job would you take?
Well, I'm trying to. We've got a lot of. We have a lot of talent in the pool this year in the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I would think that
You like the running game?
Well, I do, but that comes along with the quarterback. I think the quarterback at Indiana is going to be the first one picked. So that means the Raiders are sitting in the catbird seat.
Well, you know what everybody's saying? Let me say real quick. Everybody's saying that Baltimore is probably the number one destination for coaches, but Harbaugh tailored that whole team around Lamar Jackson and his playing style. So it's like, is a coach going to be able to come and then bring along two coordinators, or at least an offensive coordinator, that can acquiesce to his style as well if they're implementing a whole new system?
Sure. Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
And the owner says they want to get a new contract for Lamar Jackson before they start looking for a coach.
If not, he's taking up 25% of the salary cap, one person with a team of 53.
There's going to be, just like the Dodgers, that business model that's going to be deferred. They're going to give him a load of money to keep this guy around in Vegas, and they're going to be get an offensive coordinator. I like the guy. What's his name? Mike, the guy who was
Mike McDaniel.
Yes, I like.
Miami. I would like him as a coordinator.
Yeah, that's right. I'd hire that guy, bring him in there, and he'd speak the magic words to the quarterback, and he'd feel at home.
I love him in Baltimore, actually, as a coordinator.
The Lions are looking at him too to rebuild that offense back on the map like they would.
Yeah. All right, let's move along here. I think my timing is off here. Is this our last big long segment?
This is. Yep. We have about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes of this left. So where do you want to go, Fred, on this? You want to take a look?
Well, we're not going to cover all these guys, but
let's go.
How do you feel about Ben Johnson calling out the Packers after that game, using the expletives?
Yeah, I don't know what these guys.
What do you think about that, Fred? Come on.
What these guys are up to? Well, you got to be careful what you say and how close you say it.
Especially because the head coach of the Packers is brothers with the coordinator on the Rams, so it's only going to give him extra fuel to help out the Rams in some game planning.
Yeah, they're spiking the punch.
L.A. restaurants.
Matt LaFleur is friends with Sean McVay. You think he's telling Sean McVay how to handle the Bears? What do you think? Hey, here's how you do it.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Here's how to play the game also. Yeah, I'll show you how to do it.
Now, these guys know what they're doing. These are all young enough men to last around no matter where they go. They'll be flapping their wings pretty soon, and it's going to be real interesting who comes out of this playoff series. You know, you got four people left.
Yeah,
is that right? Four teams left.
Well,
and
on each side.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 teams left, 4 teams on each side.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to handicap those games for you. Keep in mind, we're doing this show midweek, making our picks. So we're either going to sound like geniuses, or you might want to tune in and talk to Colin Cowherd, see what he has to say about everything here. But Saturday, it's the Buffalo Bills playing at the Denver Broncos. That's the earlier game at 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. The late game is the San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. And then Sunday, Houston Texans, the New England Patriots early, and the Rams will be playing in Chicago, playing the Bears on the late game. Take a break, come back with Speed Handicap, and stay with us here. It's the one and only Fred Dreyer Show. The Kahanapali Beach Resort on Maui is open, and we are welcoming guests. All properties are taking reservations now. Come visit. Go to kahanapaliresort.com. Experience Kahanapali Beach Resort on the tropical west side of Maui, just a short drive from the airport. All highways are open, a collection of relaxing resort properties, our award-winning beach, delectable dining, world-class restaurants, and activities for everyone. Snorkeling, surfing, sailboating, water sports of all kinds, beach and ocean dining, stargazing, beautiful sunsets every night, golf, sun, fun, food, wine, and all in paradise. Visit Kahanapali Beach Resort on Maui. Relax. Reservations are now available. Start with a visit to kahanapaliresort.com. That's KAANAPALI resort.com. The Kahanapali Beach Resort is waiting for you.
1 out of 2 Americans thinks their life is worthy of a book. Here's another startling stat. You may be one of the 15% of people who bothered to start your book and one of the 6% that got halfway through it, but your gem of an idea likely died. Or did it? Some published authors are making significant money, so join the ranks of the successful people that finished their books with help from Dorrance Publishing. Call right now, and our experienced editors and writers will explain to you what it's going to take to get your book completely written, published, and then taken to market to sell it. It's a free consultation, so call right now. Find out how much time and money it takes to finally get that book idea of yours published. Make your dreams happen. Call Dorrance Publishing right now.
800-786-1468. 800-786-1468. 800-786-1468. That's 800-786-1468.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Time now for Fred Dreyer's Speed Handicapping.
All right, I'm Michael Horn down here on the field with JD, Jeremy Dayton, and Corey Marino, and the star of our show, Fred Dreyer.
You know, you're going to get hurt down there on that field.
Saturdays.
Mustache.
We got the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. Corey, you start this one off.
I'm going to go with the home team and the Denver Broncos.
JD?
I'm going to do Corey a favor and stick with the narrative that the league wants Josh Allen in the Super Bowl, so I'm pick the Bills.
I'm going to go
That's
with
worked in Denver's
Denver
favor.
Broncos. Fred Dreyer?
Where are they playing?
In Denver.
In Denver. I like Buffalo.
Okay, real quick. Does the altitude affect the visiting team a lot when they play in Denver, Fred?
Well, it can. I mean, you know, it's not like it's guaranteed, but yeah, you got to be in shape.
Fred, the San Francisco 49ers Saturday are going to be playing the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Your pick?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I like Seattle in the Super Bowl, so I'm just going to.
All right, JD.
Yeah, I got to go with Seattle.
Corey.
I like Seattle as well.
I'm doing Seattle, too. All right, JD, the Houston Texans playing the New England Patriots early game on Sunday. Your pick?
I'm going to go with Houston. If they don't get hosed by the refs, that defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going with Houston for the defense. That's going to be a great game. Fred, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like Houston. I saw they played a real good game last week.
Corey?
Yeah, I like Houston as well. They did come out and say that Nico Collins was going to be out for a concussion. So
they said he was out for sure?
Yeah, they said that today.
Oh, well.
So I do like him still, but it's going to be tough without Nico.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe I'll pick the New England Patriots then. Okay. Los Angeles Rams playing in Chicago against the Bears. Fred?
That's going to be an interesting game. The kid either comes up and makes great plays or he doesn't. I'm saying he doesn't. I think the Rams will win in that game.
I'm with you. Corey?
I'm with you guys.
Yeah, Rams. Matt's brothers got to get his payback.
All right, that's our show, everybody. If you miss anything, please log on to our website, thefreddryershow.com. Check it out, thefreddryershow.com. Email us, freddryer@crntalk.com, freddryer@crntalk.com. Final thoughts from you, Fred Dryer.
Yeah, I was just thinking you should put your home phone number at the bottom of the screen here so people can call you anytime they want.
Lindy.
Thank you for attending today's game, and please drive carefully, everyone. See you next week.
If anyone should ask,